We're back. Woo!
Hello, hello.
Time to misbehave with your nighttime fave.
Who sent that in?
Molly Cruz. Thank you, Molly Cruz. Golly, you know I'm cruising with Molly's sign-on.
Good one.
Tom also wrote me. Yeah, I'm sure he did. He's a top gun, that one. All right, shall we ease one of the few good men? No risky business there. He wasn't born yesterday. Or on the 4th of July. Let's avoid more of Drusilla's tall tales and look. Oh my gosh, Tom Cruise did write you.
Wow.
I know. Don't make a big deal out of it. We've got a show to do. So, this is close to my heart because I want to discuss what listener Roger Erickson wrote. I quote, Drew's bad jokes are winners.
I saw that.
I will pay Roger a visit since he called my jokes bad. But he said they're winners, my bad jokes.
Maybe he means bad as in, good.
I'm sure that's what he means. Otherwise, winners would not be in the sentence. They could mean he enjoys that they are not good. Cheesy. No. He doesn't mean that.
No, he doesn't.
Isn't Surprise one of your favorite episodes? I know it's one of mine. Yes, I get strong, or renewed, or revamped. Hee. I'm very excited.
I am too.
Me 3. After all, it is my birthday. Thank us later, Roger. What? Nothing.
How about some BTS?
Great idea. After I was set as Drew, they paired me with the final choices for Spike so that they could make a decision, which turned out to be James. And then I had this creative meeting with Joss. I'm sitting in his office, and he tells me that he has had Drusilla and Spike running around in his head for 10 years. It was a marathon, not a sprint. He says, this is how I see Drusilla. She's delicate, but she's strong. She's ethereal, but she's grounded. She's sensual, but she's childlike. She's diabolical, but she's sweet. She's powerful, but she's fragile. She's dangerous, but she's vulnerable. She's in pain, but she's funny and humorous. She's unstable and unpredictable, but she's reliable. She's fluctuating, but she's steadfast. She's loving, but she's merciless. Every adjective he uses, he follows up with its diametric opposite. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to do that? But then that's what made the character so delicious to play. Those contradictions and layers made her infinitely interesting for me to investigate and inhabit. That's why she never felt supernatural to me, because each of us humans are rife with contradictions and dimension. With Surprise, the stronger parts of Drew come to the forefront. The powerful, dangerous, unpredictable, merciless aspects. Some of us don't have to do all that prep. Yeah, okay. Some of us naturally have a lot of colors. Some of us play many different roles. Well, some of us are all that in a blood bag. You mean all that in a bag of chips?
That phrase was big back in the 90s.
So recent. Not from our perspective. Now I'm hungry. Are any of our sponsors coming by? Our sponsors do not provide themselves as meals. It's not part of the contract.
No.
We need to change that. Scooby Dru, did you replace my painting with this super cool print of the Ennis house? It's not the Ennis house. It's Angelus's mansion, my home for a while. Suited me well. Who gave it to you? Drawn with knives. Is that one of your funny asides? No, silly Billy. It's from Jennifer, my friend at Drawn with Knives. Why is it called that? She draws all of her artwork with a knife. It is dark and beautiful magic. She's a new sponsor. So the Angel Mansion print comes in either 5x7 or 11x15. Go to drawnwithknives.com.
Well done, Drew. Not only am I a polydimensional superstar of entertainment, I'm now a titan of business too.
Synopsis. A brief summary or a general survey. Don't quote me, but I just love to compile, collate, posit, and then conclude. I'm summary gal. Yup, that's me.
On the eve of Buffy's 17th birthday, Drew has a party of her own in mind. With dreams of possible doom looming over everyone, a gypsy curse, and the resurrection of the judge, can Buffy and the gang be prepared to face so many foes all at once?
Fees, fires, foes, fums. I'm literally bursting at the seams about this episode.
Guess what?
What?
Surprise!
All right.
Surprise! Are you doing that because today we are talking about the episode Surprise? Let's refrain from that so we can jump into Surprise. Well, I guess there it actually worked, so yes, let's jump in. This episode is directed by Michael Lang. It starts with Buffy having a nightmare. And then, surprise! Yes, Drew appears in Buffy's hallway. We don't yet know that this is part of Buffy's surreal nightmare.
We think Buffy was woken up.
This was shot on the set, not at the actual house in Torrance. The scene is all about spacing. I come from the wall and then clear to the other side of Sarah. I do that. The blood on the corner of my mouth is a nice touch. A nice touch? I'd just eaten. Right. This is such a pinnacle of the series.
Drumility.
Yep, again.
Once the door opens to the bronze, we know we are in Buffy's nightmare.
The music playing is anything. It features vocals by Carrie Howe and was written specifically for the show by composers Sean K. Clement and Sean Murray. Willow with the Monkey is a throwback to the conversation she had with Oz in What's My Line Part 2, where Oz wonders if the hippo animal cracker is jealous of the fact that the monkey is the only animal cracker with pants, and says that all monkeys are French. I really need to text Allie to ask her if this whole French-speaking monkey thing was truly based on a dream that she actually had. Joyce asks Buffy if she really thinks that she's ready. This question, while enigmatic, carries on the theme of responsibility that has been explored in the episodes leading up to Surprise! Yes, Bad Eggs was all about responsibility. On sets with dance sequences and dialogue, most of the time we shoot these with no music. It can be awkward because you often have to pitch your voice up as if you're speaking over the music. That's why often in movies, the movements can look a bit off from the beat of the score that they put in later.
Buffy is so happy to see Angel.
Ha, not for long.
I had to hit a specific mark and then hold very still at a certain angle after the stabbing motion, so that way they could CGI his turning to dust.
I guess you could say the stakes were high.
He. Oh, way to kill the mood. Even the specific contact lenses that were fitted for me by the eye doctor were difficult to work in. It was even more problematic later when more general, not specifically fitted for us lenses were used. But even the fitted lenses were very thick. My vision was impaired by deep, jaundiced, yellow rings. It was hard to be graceful and not bump into things when working in them.
It seems like your makeup is a little bit different there. Was it the same prosthetic, or was it just maybe the lighting that made it look a bit more intense?
It's the lighting, because it was the same prosthetic at this point. Although in the last episode, they had used a different one for the very end, but this one was the initial prosthetic, but the lighting was more intense. And I think also just the intent of the character made her more intense with her renewed strength and all of that.
Yeah, it was really interesting seeing you in this episode, particularly playing a character that we'd already become comfortable with in her frailty, and seeing her in her strength, you still manage to keep the essence of Dru, the madness, the whimsy, the fluidity that she always possessed. You didn't become this like hardened creature. It was just very interesting to watch your evolution in this.
Thank you.
When I said happy birthday, Buffy, I said birthday, which can be true the accent.
I say birthday.
I know, but they didn't want it with the hard Fs, so I refrained from that after take one. This is not only Dru's coming out for being strong again party, but Dru's birthday as well, January 19th. Happy birthday to Dru. Happy birthday to Dru. Happy birthday, dear Drusilla. Happy birthday from Dru to Dru. You and Buffy are both Capricorns.
Capricorn. That explains my innate dynamic personality.
Capricorns are all about making their dreams a reality. My dad and my brother are actually Capricorns.
Oh, they are?
Mm-hmm.
Or their nightmares in this instance.
This fits into the dream aspect of the episode nicely. Also, you and Buffy have a lot of similarities.
Her dreams are like your premonitions, or our premonitions, or the premonitions. Do you want to say it?
Spoiler alert.
Buffy birthday episodes become a tradition for the rest of the series. Buffy goes to check on Angel, and of course, he is shirtless. Buffy's worried because the dream she had about
great-granddaddy came true.
Angel says Drusilla is not alive.
He have so little faith.
It's a bit odd that Buffy concludes that Dru might not be dead because no body was found. If she was dead, she would have turned to dust.
La 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 la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Okay. Buffy and Angel's theme is so lovely.
All together now.
Buffy and Angel are electric together. You feel the joy of first love as well as this building passion between the two of them.
Yeah, Sarah and David really do create a wonderful chemistry.
It's not all that or a blood bag.
Pre-labs are often used in films and TV. It's when the dialogue of the next scene precedes the cut and starts on the previous footage. This happens when Willow and Buffy walk and chat on campus. Buffy says that she told Angel that she likes seeing him at bedtime. Many scenes in the show capture teenage angst. The, did I say something wrong? Did I embarrass myself? How will I ever live this down? This time, Willow says Buffy has moxie.
It does take nerve to be so boxy and peroxy.
Oh, all right, Dru. They weigh in on whether acting on this want is the right thing to do. Willow says carpe diem, the Latin phrase for seize the day. She then mentions that Buffy had once told her to seize the day.
Or pluck the night.
She's referring to Welcome to the Hellmouth. Sex is looming.
This was set up in Bad Eggs, all about maturing and dealing with the responsibilities that are all entangled with their hormones now.
Willow and Oz have cute repartee.
I like this approach to asking Willow out. It's a cool way of putting yourself out there, but with a safety net.
Mm-hmm.
Sex is always looming.
Willow invites Oz as her date to the surprise party that they're throwing for Buffy. Surprise! This episode has everyone in pairs. Buffy and Angel, Willow and Oz, Cordelia and Xander, Giles and Jenny.
Me and Spike.
Xander offers that he and Cordy go to the party together. This is also a way of trying to finally start defining their relationship, which Cordy still refers to as embarrassing.
Lots of asking out happening.
Buzzy tells Giles about her excellent nightmare.
Not how I would describe it.
Me neither.
Giles responds with a lovely word. Cataclysmic.
Again? No.
Just like a caress. Cataclysmic. Cataclysmic. Cataclysmic.
No. Grave Robbers from Outer Space card game is the game where you create your own B-movie and have a blast doing it.
I love my movie's title this round. The House of the Vampire Goddess and the Annihilation of the Naughty Minion.
Since I'm not your minion, I like it too. All right. My cute vampire girl attacks your aged vampire hunter. Time to make him a ghoul to serve me.
Diamonds are a ghoul's best friend.
Come on, Drew. You always drag out your turn.
I'll discard his sharp stake, but your cute vampire girl is now dust.
Not so fast. I play Hiss and Flee, so she's safely back in my hand.
Fair move. Secretly happy the vamp is okay. How many characters do you have left?
3. My prom queen, the bookish girl with no boyfriend, and a big bad wolf. Why?
Oh, plot twist. The doomsday device goes off. Everyone dies.
It's really weird, Drew. You always seem to get that one.
I did say. Annihilation of the naughty minion.
I'm not your minion.
1, 2, 3, 4. And guess what?
What?
I win.
Again. The link so you can see how to play the game and get your own sets of cards is graverobbersgame.com. The 10% discount code for our listeners is Re-Vamped. All one word, small case, no dash as our title has. Just Re-Vamped for 10% off at graverobbersgame.com. Buffy mentions that some of her dreams come true, which was the case in Nightmares, Prophecy Girl, and When She Was Bad.
Dalton is back.
Thinking of these times gets me all wistful and weepy and warm.
I love Michael Gershman's moody but gorgeous lighting. Todd used a purple gauzy lipstick he liked to describe as looking like saran wrap for Drew. He won an Emmy Award for Outstanding Makeup for this episode.
Both the beauty and the prosthetic makeups in this episode are phenomenal. Drew is more vibrant. Her hair is fuller. Her makeup gives a radiance to her. Even Spike's makeup has a lot more dimension.
And the thing with Todd is he's actually really fast, too. This is the first time I'm in the red bustier and velvet skirt, which becomes another mainstay. I was wearing cream when I was weak and dying and more innocent. Now that I've been restored to health, to my full strength, I'm in red hues. I carry my body differently than when Drew was ill. A crew member asked if I'd been working out. He said it showed because my arms were so much more muscular. The funny thing was that we literally shot this the day after I was shooting Drew ill, so it was impossible to get more muscular in one day. It just goes to show how much carrying your body differently informs people's perceptions, changes what they take in.
I'm pushing Spike in that wheelchair.
Yes, there was actually a little ridge that was hard to get over.
Thing round you.
Now that's something to get over. I meant navigate over, but more sweet nothings from you, Drew. We now have a reversal in the relationship. I was weak and Spike was the caretaker. Now it's the opposite. It's also a reversal of the power dynamic. James hated when Spike was confined to the chair. Spike even sounds bummed at the top of the scene. You mentioned this, Sire Rebecca. My hair was teased, so it got bigger and bigger as Drew continued to get healthier and thrive. It was a visual manifestation.
It really worked. You had all this luscious hair, the gloss of it. It helps pick up the light, and it just creates a atmosphere around your face that really pulls you into focus even more.
Ooh, I love that. Thank you. And we'll thank Jerry Baker.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry. Another visual manifestation is the change of my French manicure. I thought it would be great to go from black with white tips to the maroon red with white tips now that Dru's vitality is in full force.
Unvitality.
Point taken. I had this scene on my reel, or show reel as it's called in the UK, a selection of scenes cut together for producers, directors, casting directors to watch for getting work. I also had it on my Buffy and Angel selected scenes show reel too.
Dru and Spike really take turns caring for each other, to parent each other, and they also have a tendency to move around each other like coiling snakes, I thought.
Our sexual chemistry does leap off the screen.
Humility.
Yes.
The way I play Incy-Wincy Spider on his arm, whisper and lick.
Lots of licking is Dru.
And why ever not?
Makeup artist David DeLeon is in this scene. He's the vamp next to me for my flower freakout.
Freakout?
I can't abide them. Even though there's been the reversal, Spike still rescues Dru from her torments. He soothes her.
We see that even though Dru is healed, madness still reigns in her. It's a beautiful juxtaposition between her moods and her elegance.
That's one interpretation.
I wanted to add a level of mischievousness, a very childlike desire to open her presence.
You mean I?
Do that little bounce and that Yep, that weird thing.
I beg your pardon.
I love the interplay between James and I.
Not as much as the foreplay.
We don't need to go there.
We absolutely do not. The shot with the camera from the bottom of the box is cool.
There's a few beautiful shots in this episode. When we're inside of Cordy's locker looking out at her and Xanter and looking up through the box at Dru, the framing gives a feeling of intimacy and welcoming us into this private moment.
And both of those shots have the removable bottom of the box or the removable wall of the locker to get in there and give you that perspective.
This will be the best potty ever.
I like that I go back to touching Spike before going back to the box. Our relationship is very tactile.
You don't have to tell me.
There's a great audio sting at the end, and then we were into the commercial break back in the day. Those stings are throughout all the episodes.
It comes back to the safety of Joyce's kitchen.
Did you have bracelets like Buffy, the multiple bands?
Oh, absolutely. It's funny because right now I'm bringing back a chunky bracelet moment and really enjoying it. But at the time, you traded bracelets with friends. You had friendship bracelets.
Oh, yeah.
You had gold or silver bracelets, bangles. Those rubber bracelets from the 80s came back during the 90s. It was all about the accessories.
And lots of clanking going on because of so many of them.
I always liked to wear things that made noise in high school because in the second half of the day, it would keep me awake. So jangly earrings, loud bracelets, all of these things were actually devices to stay alert.
We can't wear those on set because they make noise while you're saying your dialogue. So often things have padding underneath or they're made of softer material, etc.
Or you end up just getting a really nasty look from the sound guy because maybe your joints cracked or you accidentally shifted your weight and still made a little bit of noise.
That too. It's crazy on a set when you can hear a pin drop and then you literally hear someone's creaking bones or something happening in the middle of a take. And their hands going up to their face like, oh, no.
Hey, Dru, this bar is so cool, and I love your tiki-inspired outfit.
I do like to blend in when I'm on a secret mission. Here, take these and put them in your bag.
What? No. Wait, are these gems? These pieces are amazing. Ooh, I love this creature from the Black Lagoon handcrafted ceramic mug. Oh, and this King Kong watering spike is super cool. Oh my gosh, I also love this American Werewolf in London mug. The work is so detailed.
As you know, these come from more monsters. Jim Moore sent an email taunting me with these lovely, handmade, one-of-a-kind items. I must have them.
Drew, that was my email. I've asked you 1,000,000 times not to read my emails. We don't need to steal these. Jim is advertising his Etsy page, More Monsters, on our podcast. Revamptees get a special 20% discount. The code is MONSTERMUG, all caps, all one word.
Excuse me, ma'am. Could I see your bag?
Well, you see my friend here, Scooby Dru. Scooby Dru? Drusilla, where are you?
Follow me, ma'am.
But wait, it's my friend. She's obsessed with Jim Moore's work. She didn't realize it's for sale, but saw that you had it in your bar, and I explained everything to her.
Your friend?
Well, she thinks I'm her minion, but she seems to have disappeared.
Right.
Really? This has nothing to do with me.
Tell it to the judge.
Go to More Monsters Etsy page, MOORE, and use the Revamped special 20% discount code, MONSTERMUG.
The responsibility theme continues. They discuss Buffy getting her driver's license now that she's 17.
Joyce repeats what she said to Buffy in her nightmare and drops the plate.
Surprise! Yes, it's manifesting. The dream is starting to come true. We meet Enyos, played by Vincent Schiavelli. Schiavelli's first film role was in Milos Forman's Taking Off. He also appeared in Forman's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, as well as The Frisco Kid, Amadeus, The People vs. Larry Flint, Valmont, Man on the Moon, Ghost, Tim Burton's Batman Returns, the James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies. Schiavelli played the biology teacher Mr. Vargas in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, a role he reprised in the television spin-off Fast Times. Other TV appearances include Taxi, Star Trek: The Next Generation, Miami Vice, Highlander, the series. Voiceover work includes the animated TV show Hey Arnold and Corpse Killer video game. In 1997, Vanity Fair named him one of the best character actors in America. Vincent was the author of 3 cookbooks and numerous articles on food. In 2001, he received the James Beard Journalism Award. Schiavelli served as honorary co-chair of the National Marfan Foundation, an organization which serves those affected by Marfan syndrome, from which he suffered. We find out that Jenny has been keeping a secret. Enyos is her uncle. It's revealed that she is part of a clan of gypsies who cursed Angel as payback for what he did to their people. He killed my family, the nuns, and tortured me, and I didn't put a curse on him. True, he also became your twisted father. Jenny mentions that his pain has been lessening because of Buffy. She also tries to reason that he is now on the good team and even saved her life. Enyos says Angel can't have even 1 minute of true happiness or true joy. He needs to suffer eternally.
We learn her name is Yana, not Jenny Calendar.
Surprise! This episode shows relationships heading for crisis, or at least change. Surprise!
Xander is starting to realize how bad keeping his relationship with Cordelia is for his self-esteem. Have you ever been in a relationship where someone tried to hide you like that?
No. Before Dev, I just had my dysfunctional relationships out in the open. What about you?
I did have a situation once, and it really takes a toll on your self-esteem. You don't realize what's happening at first, and then when you do, you're caught weighing the good versus the bad, and then ultimately making the choice that's best for you.
Do you mind sharing why it was kept secret?
I didn't realize at the time, but it was kept secret because they were embarrassed about my ethnicity.
Oh my gosh.
When I realized what was happening, it was very confusing to try to figure out, how is this happening? How did I not see this beforehand? How is this person that I care about this other person? And you start questioning a lot of stuff more about yourself even than the other person. So it was a good lesson.
Yeah, must have been really like, who is this person?
Yeah.
How long till you discontinued the relationship?
Not long after. This was a friend.
But obviously not really.
True. But like, this was somebody I spent a considerable amount of time with for at least 2 years prior to this.
Oh my gosh.
So really, it was the ground disappearing from underneath you kind of moment.
Yeah. Must have been so confusing.
It was. But again, it was an interesting lesson, and I'm not guarded, but just a bit more open-eyed about things now.
And were you aware that he wanted to keep it secret? And if so, did he give you a different reason, or no reason was ever said before?
No reason was ever said before, and ultimately, we never actually talked about it because I wasn't sure what to say. You wonder, should I ask what's going on? How could this be? And I just kept going back to like, how did I not see this? But no matter how many times I went over it, there was nothing.
It indicated it.
Yeah, there was never an issue until this moment, but this moment was so blatantly obvious that it was just too painful and too awkward to try to have the conversation. Plus, I don't know what the conversation would have achieved.
It's painful was the word that came to mind, and then you said painful.
Yeah, it was like, okay, now I've learned this. I can either fight this, but what am I actually fighting for? Because I could not continue a friendship after this. And it's not my job to shepherd somebody into being a better person. So
No.
I just stepped away.
There also can't be a rosy future for Giles and Jenny now that her secret has been revealed. Oz and Willow provide a contrast with their budding relationship. Buffy tells Giles that Joyce acted like her nightmare. Willow and Xander come in excited about Buffy's birthday. Surprise! Buffy relays that Drusilla may still be alive. Surprise! Drew, if you keep doing it, it's no longer a surprise.
It loses the whole element of
Surprise? Well,
yeah.
yes, but no. You are saying it loses the astonishment, amazement, shock, wonder, startle factor, the stun, the awe. Yes, surprise.
Just when you think she's getting it.
Hey. Giles is going to read up on the incomparable, imitable, unrivaled Drusilla. Drumility on steroids. To be continued.
Let's get ready to Buffy!
Vengeance Val was the victor in our first inaugural Battle of the Uber Buffy fans. If you would like to challenge her title and be considered as a contender for this season's battle, please email revampedpod@gmail.com. Yes, be sure to include your name, where you weigh in with your number of watch-throughs, where you're located, something interesting about you, or something you think would be good to share.
And your social media handles.
Yes, woohoo. Woohoo. Boop boop be Drew. Revamptees, please correspond with me on our Patreon page, Revamped with Juliet Landau, on Twitter, @Juliet Landau, on Instagram, @Juliet_Landau, and on the Fans of Juliet Landau Facebook group, or Juliet Landau official Facebook page. Patreon peeps to be read in the credits: Dave Hall, Fani June Kendall, Daniel Harbour, Louise Brennan, Brandon Key, Cameron Burton, Donnie Ruskin, Madeline Pruitt, Marion Stevenson, Antonio H. Gutierrez, and Bobby Pelham. It makes all the difference because we cannot keep making the show without you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Until we meet again.
See you next time when we do it again. Do it again. Until then, rewatch, revamp, reinvent, and be remarkable you.